Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well this week. This is my video on the 7 vectors of identity development by Chickering. I think what was interesting about this assignment was that I found some parts of it for me are still ongoing. Some of it started while I was in college, some of it is still developing now, even that I'm out of college. So I'll kind of go through them and just give you an overview of where I saw myself at in these different identities. And I do have some notes here, so if I'm looking to the side, that's why. But for the first one, developing competence, I feel like this is definitely one that's ongoing for me because um, it like started while I was in undergrad, and I became more confident as I got involved in more activities and um, made more connections with my peers. But that was, it ranged from starting orientation team in freshman year to becoming a member of fraternity later in sophomore year, physical development by joining a gym in my junior year, and then it just kept going on from there. So I feel like this is one that's always ongoing for me as I get more involved with different activities and meet different people. The next one is managing emotions. So this one I definitely feel like is always ongoing because we always encounter new experiences and new things that cause us to work through our emotions. But I definitely feel like within the last year, just after a lot of life changes, this is one that I worked through a lot. And I definitely feel more mature in my emotions. And so, but again, as new things come up, I think this is something that'll be ongoing throughout my lifetime. The next one, moving through autonomy toward interdependence. I think this one definitely came last for me with regards to like my college career because I held on to the guilt of not meeting family members, friends' expectations about what I was supposed to do with my life, or the things I was supposed to be involved in, or the things I was supposed to be doing. I think that, um, even to this day, I could probably still tell you that I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going or what I'm supposed to be doing, but I think that I had to work through overcoming that guilt and knowing that it's okay if I don't know where I am. And so to finally accept that, was right at the end of college, after college, into my graduate studies. And so I think that one would be last for me on the list. The next one is developing mature interpersonal relationships. Um, this one came later too, I think, just because you have to work through like, there's always seasons of like meeting new people, having good people come into your life, and also those people sometimes leaving for one reason or another. And so you kind of have to identify who's really there for you and who's not, and move through those things. I can say, like, throughout my college experience, especially at the beginning, like I made a lot of new friends, but then you kind of go in different directions based on where life's taking you, and you don't always stay as close with those people. So it's working through those real relationships and finding out who's really going to be there for you. But also knowing that sometimes people are only meant to be there for a season. So that was definitely an interesting one. The next one is establishing identity. And I will say that this is another one. It's kind of hard to place these in just college terms because I think this is something that I work through every day. Like I said, I still don't know. I'm committed to the Sahi program. I'm committed to higher education right now, but I still don't know if that's my ultimate purpose and where I'm supposed to be. So I think there, establishing identity, I can say that I established it in one way as a hardworking, involved student in my undergrad, and that's who I was for a very long time. But then that kind of shifted when, of course, you have to move on to things after college, and now it's trying to find that new identity and that new purpose and really figure out who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I think that goes into the next phase of developing purpose. You find those, I found those things that gave me purpose while I was in college, and that was different every semester. But now growing out of that, now I have to find that new purpose and that new identity. And right now, I'm satisfied with it. It's me as an enrollment counselor at Fletcher, and a graduate student in the Sahi program, and I definitely think I can see myself working in this field. But as far as an identity after that, it's still kind of up in the air. And that brings me to the last one, which is developing integrity. So this one I feel like is an interesting one because I feel like this actually started before college. I feel like I always had a good grasp on integrity and just being aware of other people's differences and beliefs and things like that. I never really was the type, or I feel like I wasn't the type to really look at somebody because of their differences, but I think that college helped with this um, to grow even further, and I can definitely say probably one of the times that I can remember would be in senior year throughout the Black Lives Matter movement, and just having different experiences with different types of people in college. It made me feel more empathy for different groups of people and made me want to take a stand for the lot of injustices that we might see in society today. So I feel like this is one that, even though I've had it for a long time, it can definitely develop further because as you meet new people, as you gain these experiences with people who are different than you and believe different things, you can come to a deeper understanding for them and the things that they go through. And you'll always learn that there's a different way to stand up for them. So I think that's an interesting one. But a lot of these, kind of as I went over it, like I said before, it's just ongoing. After I really dug into it and examined these things in my own life, I found that it was more of a process that started in undergrad, but it's definitely still developing as I continue in my life. And I think it will develop for a long time from here on out. So it was an interesting assignment. It was interesting to see how those vectors played a role, still play a role, and will play a role in my life. So sorry this video was a little bit longer than it was supposed to be, but I hope you have some insight into me and how I identify with this theory of development. But again, I hope you all have a great week, and talk to you all in next week's assignment.